Please connect. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we're going to have trouble with the video.
Oh, it's going out live.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Well, sometimes if I'm not connected to our Wi-Fi here.
Oh, then it doesn't quite work.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I am on our Wi-Fi.
Let's see.
Welcome to Spin Cycle. Good evening, everybody. Don't mind the dog barking in the background.
No.
That dog and I are a little at odds. How was your week? Come on in, everybody. Who's on so far? I'm going to introduce our special guest here in a little bit, but I'll give you a second to hop on. What are you drinking tonight? I so badly wanted to drink something different than that. So, I've been eating this out of a jar. I took it to work with me. Then I took it to lunch because we went somewhere and I ate carbs and I shouldn't have. And then I felt like garbage. So I've been trying to do no starch and no sugar. So this is like peanut butter.
I give you a lot of credit. That's tough.
Whew.
That's a hard one.
It's not fun.
It's like a peanut butter.
It does have cocoa blended in. It's not Nutella. It's not as bad as Nutella. Yeah. And it has all ingredients that you can pronounce, so that's good.
That's
But I
helpful.
found this at Target.
And I took it to lunch because we went.
Peanut butter and co. Hi, guys. Okay, so peanut butter and co. Dark chocolate dreams. This is what it is. And we were literally all eating it out of a jar at work because they wanted to try it. Last time I did this, I got some free product. Not because I was sponsoring, but just because everybody was watching. They were like, "Oh, I have that at my house. Do you want it?" Sure, I will
we'll
take
try
that.
Yep.
I'm game. Okay, so tonight we have a rousing topic. What not to do as a step parent. And I thought, who better to talk about this than someone who also is a step parent and combined, try to guess how many kids we have combined. Any guesses? Do you want to type on the screen? I just need to know if you're going to be chatty tonight or not, okay? Because we're going to be playing a game here in a little bit.
I have two friends watching.
Okay, so together we have 10 kids. That's a really big number.
It is a really big number. But you make it look so easy, though. You're pretty good at this.
Well, if I panned this around, we definitely have like piles,
keep it
laundry right
focused
here. Yeah, right here.
This is a good central
This
location.
is a good angle, right?
Where nobody can see any. Nobody would have to know that there's laundry.
And I, threatened the kids to go play outside. So together we have 10 kids, and we thought we would tell you all the things not to do, and kind of, even if you're not a step parent, these are probably things you shouldn't do. I'm not sure. We'll see when we get there. So I thought we would start by playing a game. Just to break the ice so you can get to meet our guest. Okay, so everybody say hello to Kristen.
Hi, guys.
All right, she's down below. If you, do you want to just comment something real quick? And then if you want to connect with her, you can find her name and click on her.
Come on, Tim.
Yes, okay. So I thought we'd first play a game called Have You Ever?
Is this like a never have I ever, like the kids play?
I'm pretty sure I know what the answers are going to be.
Oh boy. All right. Am I failing? Because I'm really a bad game player. So am I going to... Oh boy.
I'm not sure, but this is how we're going to play this. So we're going to start with giving ourselves 100 points because we're pretty good moms.
Well, of course.
So
100% all the time, right?
All the time. So I just thought that, if we say yes, that we've done some of these things, that we start losing points.
Oh boy. All right.
And we'll see who has the lowest score.
All
Okay,
right,
so here's our scoreboard. Sorry, it's backwards. I don't even know how this is going to come up.
Oh, they'll figure it out.
Okay. So the first one. Have you ever hid food from your kids?
What?
Have you ever hid food that you wanted?
Secretly in my bedroom eating? Or
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yes, of course I have. Because why would you want to share good cookies or good
Chocolate.
treats? Chocolate. For
I
sure.
have a special top cupboard that I shove it in.
In the very
above
back.
the refrigerator.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's
So
smart.
nobody
behind the cleaning supplies so that
No.
nobody would touch.
You know
the
what I
cleaning
should do is I
supplies.
should clear out a Clorox container and wash it
That
out.
might be very dangerous.
And then They'll never look in there.
No, they would never look there, but it just might be contaminated. All right.
You know what? That's not, I don't know if that's right, but we're docking ourselves 10
All right,
points.
10 points.
Okay, next one. Have you ever cried in the bathroom alone?
Oh.
Like shut yourself in the bathroom to cry
Yeah, for sure.
because
Sadly.
of a step
Because of a step kid? For sure. Because of a
I
bio
totally
kid,
have. Yes.
step kids, spouse,
Any
all
of
of
the
the
kids.
above. All of the above. Do I lose
Okay.
10 points for each kid?
I won't give you
Okay.
10 for each kid,
All right.
but I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you that you can't hold it together in front of everyone.
You know, well, there
Why do
goes
we have
my
to go to the
perfection.
bathroom?
I'm at 80%. This is bad. Bad. I'm
Okay,
very near
so-
failing. What is failing now? Is it like 65?
I don't know.
I get like the 65%, like the
Then that
nearest
would be maybe be passing.
Okay, all right.
Okay, because we're in New York.
Okay.
All right, brief intermission if you're just hopping on here. Okay, so Kristen has 4 kids. Do you want to just tell their ages real
Sure.
quick?
Yeah, Zach
Okay.
is 18. He is my bio son. Well, he'll be 18 in a couple days. Taylor is 16 and a half, and she's my bio daughter. And Maddie is going to be 15 next month, bio daughter. And then I have his stepson, Dominic. He's 11.
Yes. Craziness.
Craziness.
Teenagers go
Yes.
crazy. Okay, so have you ever? No, this is gonna be truth telling. Spent their allowance without them knowing.
We don't do allowance.
Okay, but money? Any money? Have
Yes,
you
I've
snuck
had
money
to for
and
sure
spent
swapped money around. For 100% swap money, and then had to pay it back later because I'm like, oh shoot. I took that $20 and I needed it, but it was like for lunch money or
I know that's
like
the
a quick
worst.
Target run or something fast. So,
You only took $20 at Target.
well, to add to my other funds at
Oh, okay.
Crap.
So
Target.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
all right. This okay. I've definitely done that. I do it with birthday money because that's like quick cash.
Yeah.
It'll just be laying around. I'm like, oh, I just need this. Oh yeah, I'll pay her back. Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
This is a adult only show.
Oh, boy.
Have you ever cussed out your kids?
Heck yeah! Oh my gosh!
Don't you mean to be like, hell yeah?
Yeah, sadly embarrassed.
Do you
Same,
have
I
like
guess.
one word that's like your word? Because I didn't know that I'd had one, but then a paper came home from school. I think it was around Mother's Day, and they were like, "What does your mom always say?" And it had the phrase on it.
No. So
Oh.
I use the word crap constantly.
Okay.
I say that's crap constantly. Dom hates it. He gets very aggravated.
Dominic is her husband.
Yes, he
Okay.
gets super aggravated with me if I say it. He thinks that that's a swear word. I think that's like good PG talk. Like,
I do too.
so I feel like that's really using good, nice, healthy words, but he doesn't. But I have a very bad mouth. That's one of my really big problems. Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah.
Me too.
No.
Me
Yeah.
too. In fact, when I was I was in multiple grades and got in trouble for my mouth. Okay, last one for our game.
Our points,
Oh yeah, you do.
And we're failing, just so you know.
Yeah, this isn't going that
Do we have
great.
any like way to redeem our points here?
I'm not sure.
Okay,
Maybe we'll get ourselves some points back when we start talking about your stuff that you brought. Okay, so far we're each negative 40. Here's the last one.
Okay.
Have you ever forgotten a kid in timeout?
Oh yes. Oh gosh. I for sure have. In fact, we were at a friend's house one time, and I sent Zachary to a bedroom because he was very mouthy, and I sent him to the bedroom. And I bet you it was 45 minutes later.
Oh my gosh!
Because they were all playing and we got busy, and another kid said, "Is Zach allowed to come out?" I'm like, "Oh god."
And then you act like you know.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh well,
I told him
we'll
he
see.
could. Yeah.
We'll see when I go up
No,
there.
I'm like, I thought he said he could have. Like, didn't you hear me? Oh, totally fail.
Yeah, didn't you hear me? I love that.
Total fail.
Yeah.
I kind of suck.
I do this mostly to Sophia because she's never
she's
in
quiet.
timeout,
And you just
and
kinda
she'll just
forget.
sit there and do it and just take it. She'll sit on the stairs, have her little face on,
Yeah.
and then she'll just do it.
I definitely left Dominic in timeout too because he just is so quiet. He's just like, okay.
I'm just
And
saying.
there he goes.
I mean,
It's bad.
have you guys ever been left in timeout? I don't even know. Did they even have timeout in the olden days? I got the belt. All right, so far we're both up to negative 50. So
Yes, that's right. So we're 50% of the parents that we thought we were.
exactly.
Okay, good. Half. I'm actually lucky if most days I could get to half, so I think that's okay. That's one of my tips. Set your bar really low.
Right. So we're going to talk about that. So, okay. So all that to say, whether you're a step parent or you're a grandparent or you're a foster parent, because we got a whole range of viewership here. You know, it's okay sometimes. We're not always going to be at 100.
We are not always going to.
Here's the thing. Were we ever actually at 100?
Doubtful.
See, that's the expectation thing.
Doubtful.
That's the expectation thing that sits on top of us every day. So don't be surprised if maybe you're just at 50 and you just stay at 50.
And sometimes 50 is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 20 is really good. Sometimes we just have to have a day that we just go, okay, 20 is all I'm going to be today.
And maybe we should bring back a new hashtag that 50 is the new 100.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
50% is the new 100%.
Yes, that is a good one. I like that, 50%.
So Kristen is going to share a little bit about some of her advice on what not to do.
Oh.
Yes. So you have to act like you don't know this.
Well,
she
no,
does.
I told you. Yeah. So
No. She does.
I quick threw together a few thoughts today as Michelle had asked me to do this, and So my number one thing is set your expectations really low. Set the bar really low, especially step parents in your first year as step parenting. That it is it's not easy. Parenting's not easy, and step parenting, I constantly say, not for the faint of heart.
When you and Dominic were first together, how old was little Dom?
It was right before his 3rd birthday.
Yeah.
So since he's been little, so he doesn't remember a time that ever was without us there. So
Right.
Which is good. But it's still,
That's a significant amount of time.
it is a
Unlike
significant-
this crash course over here that's happening.
So and I did say to you when I sent the email, like, especially your first year, set your bar really low, because I think we all have like these false expectations that you're going to go into. You're going to be like this great stepmom, and you're going to do things so good, and they're going to love you, and you're going to be like this extra mom and the extra parent, and
sometimes they don't like you.
And so reality is sometimes none of that's true. Sometimes you're not really a good mom, and sometimes they really don't like you, and they want just their own mom, and
Yeah.
and it's hard sometimes. But yeah. So like it or not, that was my next point. Is that like it or not, you're not the mom.
Right.
Moms have their own rules, and obviously there's different situations. Like if a parent's completely out of the picture or deceased or something like that, then that plays a different part of it. But like it or not, you're not the mom. They have their own mom. They have their own mom rules, and those can't replace.
Right.
So that's a tough situation.
If you want to dive into that a little bit more, there's another video posted on the website, michellestockton.com, and also on the YouTube channel about the role of a step parent. And I kind of break down what I think is kind of like the role of that, because we aren't the biological moms in that situation. So
I think you said it the one time, like you get to be the extra bonus person in their life, but sometimes that's it, and sometimes you're a glorified babysitter sometimes, and sometimes you just have to take that role and just own it. So.
But if you have realistic expectations going in, then you're not kind of like fighting, like struggling like against that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I know that when you and I have talked about this before, but don't only use your decorations, your pictures, your things when you're setting up your new home, especially if you're coming into their home. Don't try to take over and have it all be changed super fast, because I think that makes things really hard. Not saying that this is the right way, I'm just saying these are things I've learned too.
Yes. No, I respect that.
So, same with holidays, birthday traditions, things like that. So what did you do? Because this has been your first year. How did you guys?
So it's very strange, because while Silas and Sophia don't have their dad active in their life, their grandparents are very active in their life. So they spend a lot of time with them on like holidays, breaks, and all of that. So it is almost like all the kids are going their separate ways.
Sure.
So they were all gone at Christmas.
You guys were by yourself, right?
We were by ourselves. We ended up going to cook dinner for some residents at Vive La Casa, which is in downtown Buffalo, is a resettlement agency. So we ended up just doing that together, got some friends together, and went down there and cooked dinner for like 100 people. And
Just 100.
we did
It's
our-
almost like your 8 here that you do every night. Like you're pretty experienced.
yeah, well, or sometimes it's 10. Tonight it was low. It was like 6 of
Oh,
us
yeah,
because a
easy.
couple of few people were gone. But I don't know. We just do different. It's just different now. We kind of have tried to be intentional about like how we celebrate the holiday and like where we put the holiday like on the calendar. So we did it early.
Not necessarily on the holiday.
Correct.
Super good because it doesn't always work, right?
It doesn't.
Expectations aren't going to always be that you get to celebrate it on that actual day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's tough. So I know you talked about Mother's Day and setting your expectations really low, and it didn't.
And it's so interesting because no matter how the calendar turns for like, let's just say Mother's Day and Father's Day coming up, like there's always gonna, for us anyways, like there's always gonna be someone in our home that's hurting during that time.
For sure, because they're not with the parent that
Right.
they think should be, that they want to be with, the opposite, whatever, on the kid's dad on
Right.
Father's Day. And,
And so it's a constant juggle of emotions like all day long.
sure. Hot messes.
Yeah.
All the feels, right?
Yep. And so sometimes just not even knowing how to predict how that will go, or wow, I wasn't expecting this one to feel that way, or that one to be quiet and pensive, or so every time that calendar rolls around, already like anticipating Father's Day, I had one of them say, oh, it's Father's Day coming up. Can I get something for my dad? And I'm like, sure, and I'm like, okay, that's a reminder. Like some are going to be really excited. Some are going to be really sad again, because as we see that
You have
calendar,
a whole nother,
yeah,
another set of feels. Yeah, that's tough. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
so one of the things that I was struggling with Mother's Day because of course they all make the kids all make
Like
stuff
the
for their
gifts and
mom
stuff.
at Mother's Day and things like that. And as a stepmom, I don't think that a lot of times we're acknowledged or whatever, and that's okay. I have my other kids. That's fine. Dominic spends the day with his mom. So by happenstance, one year I had to take Dominic to go buy his mom a gift, and that ended up being like a tradition. That is like we go and now we buy and we shop for all of the holidays with just me and him for his mom. And I think that that's something special that, that there's days that, maybe mom and I don't see eye to eye on things, and we're really lucky because right now things are good and we're seeing eye to eye on things and we're really working well as a team, but that's not always the case. But he'll always hopefully always remember that
Right.
that was something that just one little like love language that I was showing to him, because his is a gift love language, so that help he likes to give gifts too, so
And you're teaching him like so many other skills in that too, of just like how to treat other women and how to shop and be thoughtful and
Yes.
all those gestures, that matter. That will make a very good husband someday.
hopefully
right? All those things.
let's hope so.
So I did that with the two youngest boys, because I was there was a couple of ladies on Instagram that they go by Team Mom, so
Okay.
they're co-parenting together. Anyways, and so they were just really encouraging, like, make sure you do something like
For the other
for that
parent.
gesture, like just really stretch yourself, and that's one easy step that you can work toward like unity in that way. So we got just some little craft things to do, and I just brought it home. I didn't end up like taking them with me or whatever, but we ended up just like working on it and like mailing it out, and those
And
kind
I'm
of
sure
things.
that they really
So
appreciate that.
and don't you think it gives them more permission to like talk about those things too?
Yeah,
It's
it
not
makes them,
okay,
feel
you can't
not
say that
talk
in
about
here.
your other parent, whatever. And this is a good thing. We're encouraging that we all love the other parent, and
Right. Because that's never a good idea for like kids to learn how to stuff on purpose. Like, no, I was never allowed to talk about him.
they
here.
learn
I was
about
never
that
allowed-
on their own.
They do.
And I was helping them do that.
Gosh. And then the rest of us are all undoing it for like years to come. Our own stuffing.
Yeah. One of the things that I really had to learn is social media is so out there, and that everybody likes to put, for whatever reason, they feel like it's just fair game to put all of their emotions and their feels and their stuff all on social media.
It's not a diary.
It is not a diary.
Dear diary,
Get a journal.
get a journal.
And I will throw things up there, and fun things and sometimes sad things, and hey, we need prayers, but I don't ever throw my whole like well, this is what happened today kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not, that's not,
Right.
not the platform for
Like
it.
we had a very raw Starbucks conversation about a month ago. When was that? 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That's not appropriate content for the online community. Let me just tell
that,
you.
And
that was some raw stuff.
And you need to have friends like that. I am so blessed. I have great friends and a great family network and things like that I feel like I can just say things that I would never say to anybody else, that I'm just like, because they're safe. They're safe friends, they're safe family, they're safe people, that I can just say like things that you don't really want to say out loud to anybody, but you really feel those things someday. No judgment zone. We need a no judgment zone. It's
Yes.
super important.
Okay, I'm gonna write that one down too. I'm taking notes, by the way. Okay. So basically, for social media, you were just saying, don't act stupid.
Don't act like your 15-year-old kid that you're trying to show better examples to. It's tough. It's tough stuff sometimes. So, then I guess that just goes with the finding your friend that you trust with a 100% no judgment zone. Self-care, super, super, super important, not just as step-parents, but as parents or moms or...
So what would you say would be what not to do? So how we were framing that was, like, don't let yourself burn out.
Yeah, like, don't cancel that coffee. Like, I canceled that coffee the other day on Saturday.
Well, we're not talking about that right now.
No, but I'm just saying, like just
okay.
don't do those things to just take the time. Take the extra 10 minutes. Go out of your way. Drop the laundry. Drop the things. Go for a walk. Go to talk to a friend. Go have a cup of coffee. Lock yourself in the bedroom. Take an adult time out. Whatever you have to do. Don't neglect your own care. Yeah.
Before dinner. I think that's why I was groggy and the recipe didn't go as planned. Oh, it was awful. I like that. So we're gonna... Don't neglect yourself.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yes.
Tomorrow's another day.
You do get a redo.
We do get a redo. We get to wake up and it's a new day. Like it or not, some days they're just hard days.
Yes.
But sometimes it's okay to...
Especially with teenagers. There have been times where I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, oh my gosh, shoot, the problem is still here. It's a new day, but I'm just like, I just need to be out of that season.
You have a long time of seasons.
There's not, like, it's not going away. There's going to be do you understand that there is going to be 4 teenagers at once in this house? Like, in a few years.
You are going to need a lot of wine. And a lot of Jesus.
Lots. Yeah. I feel like we're trying to be mindful of that in some ways, you know? Like me just declaring that, like, none of them will have phones. Like, you know, just getting ready for that. Like, just no phone zone. Like, no phones. What do you need that for?
How's that working out?
Well, it hasn't started yet,
Okay.
but I'll let you know.
Okay. Very good. Very good. I can't wait to hear how that one turns out. That's going to be fun.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
Teenagers are not for the faint of heart either, and then you add the step parenting in there either too, and I think we talked about that. That's like the time that that animals eat their young is probably like teenage equivalent. Is like, okay.
Some days I just love them so much though, and then some days I'm just like, just get very far away from me.
Just give me some grace, please, because I gotta share it because I don't have any more.
Yeah.
So, and I think the other thing I wanted to talk about is trash talking the other parent, and I know it's so hard. I know it's so hard, and I know that there's times that you just want to be like, well, I don't care what your mom said, or this is how we do it here, or, well, your mom said blah, 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 or your dad said blah, 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 but... And I have caught myself in those situations, you know, especially with my older kids. I said stupid stuff before, and they will remind me of those things, and they will never remember the 10 nice things, but that one bad thing that I've said, I get to own that. So, and those are hard lessons, hard truths sometimes that they come to life, and that kind of sucks.
It is really hard not to like if you're talking about a situation or a scenario that happened and you're trying to like give the facts, You can have the snack. They want the snacks. To be, I don't know, just sometimes there's not a way to do it not in front of them, but like trying to just like give facts and not like opinions of it.
Right.
Like, okay, so this is what happened, or I got this text, or I got this phone call, this is what we need to talk about today, or this is what needs to happen, or the plan, or go here or there. Not like all the opinion of, can you even believe the inconvenience? You can have that. You know, those kind of things. It's hard not to like put your own commentary, like spin on it.
Keep the commentary to a minimum. Just stick to the facts. I like that. That's good. Yeah.
Because of that very reason, like, oh gosh, they could literally repeat anything I'm saying.
Yeah, and it sticks. Those are the things that stick here. Way worse than anything else that you can do. Words hurt. They don't go away. So those are tough things.
Yeah.
And and I've learned that, you know, with the kids is that even if they say something about their parent, it's one thing if they say something about their parent, and even with my own parents or my own family or my own kids, I can say something about my kid, but don't you say something about my kid, even if it's true. I don't want you to say it because it's.
Do you ever get in a situation where they might like be frustrated with a parent or something, and like you agree with them, but you can't say anything? You're just like, oh, tell me a little bit more about why you feel that way. Like I just try to ask questions. Like I try not to agree or disagree. Like I'm just like, okay, so how did that make you feel when that got said, or you know?
Yeah, it's for sure, and it's a tough one. It's hard to not interject or say like, I can't believe that they did. And then you're like, okay, wait, let me step back and just be like, oh, I'm really sorry that you're feeling that way today. You know, like, do you want to talk about it, or should we just leave it alone for a little while? Those are tough things to, but.
Yeah, I think you just learn by trial and error, right?
For sure.
I mean, how else are you going to do it?
Error,
and then correct.
Yeah. And then a few more errors, and maybe by the time they're like 50, we'll figure it out. I don't know.
Well, the funny thing is there's not a one size fits all.
For sure. No, what fits for my family certainly isn't going to fit for your family, and not so on and so forth. But I guess that we have to just continue to find friends that support each other and have that good community of support.
Yep, and then you get ideas and you can bounce those off of each other
and find safe people that you can bounce those ideas off. Because if you have a friend that's like constantly negative or constantly like, if you look at their life and they're like, oh, well, that's a mess, you don't want to take advice from them.
Well, I was about to say, like, I mean, you're doing like an awesome job, like with all these kids, and like you understand, like.
I don't know about awesome, but
teenage years, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
thanks.
So, I'm like, okay, something's happening here, positive. It's like going in a positive direction. Okay, take note. Okay.
We have had lots of fails, but we own them and we just move forward.
But you can say, oh, that's a pitfall, or oh, that's something you want to be careful about, or
For sure, yeah, lots of pitfalls. But you know what? Like, just by the grace of God, we just make it through and sometimes I'm like holding on by that string and going, okay, all right, can you just get me to the next day? And he does.
Yep, so. That's true. He always does, right? Because we've talked about that before, that he always has a plan and he always has a purpose, and he's absolutely faithful.
And even when we're not seeing that, like sometimes it's months or even years before we see that the fruits of our labor come through, and it's like, oh, that's why that happened.
Or you get that like one text from one of the kids, or you get
little glimpse of hope that maybe you're doing something right.
Yes.
And I just continue to be like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, this is how we've decided to have our family, and this is what we're
right. This is what we committed to. This is what we signed up for.
We're here. We're in all the time. Let's just see how it goes, and we do. So, and that communication, you know, I know just personally, not communicating with my spouse is a huge, you know, as soon as I'm not communicating, then I start shutting down, and I'm like, oh, I'm failing at all these things.
I feel like communication has to be even more when you're in a blended family.
1,000 times more.
Because don't think that they're not going to go to the other parent and try to get something out of them.
For sure. 100%. 100%. We see it all the time.
So like my ears and my radar are always up, or I will intercept it and I will text him from the other room or something to be like, before you respond, I need you to come here and hear the whole story.
Yeah.
Wait, can we just talk real quick before we respond?
Pause. Pause. Come and talk to
2
me.
seconds upstairs. So I totally agree with that. Yeah. Phew.
So,
Communication.
communication is huge. It's so much harder being married in a blended family than it is being married when you have just your own bio kids. It's hard. Marriage is hard.
Mm-hmm.
You add everybody's stuff and all the baggage and everything else that comes to it. Just makes it that much harder. But you just work together and you figure it out, right? That's what you signed up for. That's what
Absolutely do. Isn't she great? If they were all here in the room, they would be clapping. This is good stuff. All right, so hope that was an encouragement to you tonight. Remember, this is called Spin Cycle for a reason, because we don't want to get trapped in the cycle doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Not good.
Not good.
We need like forward progress. We need traction.
Yes.
So these are all good things. Hopefully, even if you're just a biological parent or maybe you're even a dad and you were watching tonight and you'll learn something from this great list. I took some notes. I also have them on the email she sent me. And just thanks for coming over.
Well, thanks for having me over. It's my favorite, and then Sophia is just
I know.
not my new best friend, so I'm good.
There have been times where she's had my friends on her birthday invite list. So I'm just saying. So like, can she come over?
That's great. I love it. It was very fun. I felt very welcome. So
Good. You're welcome.
So.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Have a good